Whoop, whoop. Hey, hey, everybody. Hi. Hey, hey. My name's Devin. We're gonna get introduced today. Hi. Hey, Gracie Chazz. Hi. Where are all you guys from? I love all these like hands. They're just like, that's it. Hey, Jules. Hey, Belinda. Whoop, whoop, Anna. Texas, Amber. I'm from Texas. Spency. Okay, Jules, how do I see you, but I don't know how to bring you in. Should I get a notification or? Oh, there's two faces. Go live with, oh, Jules. Add.
Hi!
Hi.
I'm here!
You're here. I was
And
like,
you're
I see you.
here!
Hi.
Hi, love. Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.
How are
The
you?
day the Lord has made. I'm good. I'm good. I tried to like energize my studio like Chanel did, but I
Wait.
just have that little plant. So my
Oh,
little
you have the
cactus is all I have.
cactus?
Yeah.
That cactus, that cactus came from, where did you guys get those? Was it in
From
Dallas?
Texas.
It was in
Yeah,
Dallas,
yeah.
right? I still have
Camilla got
mine. Mine's up in my bathroom.
Yeah, I pulled
Yay.
mine out of my bathroom to put right there. So I have
You Kinnerfied it with
yeah.
a little plant love. Um, well, yay. Well, first and foremost, happy Sunday to you, but also to everybody who's watching right now. And just want to send some love on this beautiful day. And I don't know where you're at in the world, if it's sunshine, if it's cloudy, but I put on some yellow just to like brighten my day. You've got your blue denim on. I love that. So good. So yeah, so I would love to just introduce you guys to Devon. For those of you who have watched these other guide intros in the past, I gave you a little rundown of how we came to get all of our guides, and we call them guides, not instructors, because they view from the inside out. But just first and foremost, to let you guys know again, we did a nationwide search with literally, I think there were, I think it was 30,000 submissions, 500 videos, and gone through the application. We got 60 people to come out to LA for a 2-day audition. And then we picked 18 to come and actually do the teacher training. And that was mind blowing. So from 30,000 to 18, and now we are here with 10, and Devin is one of those 10 guides who, you know, it really was just a transformational experience from when we started to now. And we talk about it all the time, that it's been sort of like a bit of a pregnancy. Like it took us 9 months to like launch, you know, but it has been this beautiful experience of getting to know each and every one of you, seeing you guys and your own transformations, and then seeing now what you guys are here to offer everyone. So this is just magic and beautiful. So
Looks great.
On that note, tell us a little bit about yourself and where you're from, when you came out to LA, what you do, and just, yeah, your beauty that is within you.
Okay. Hey everybody. Hey world. I'm Devin and I'm from Texas. Like born and raised heart of East Texas. Normally I talk like this, but I went to a speech pathologist for a year, and so now I talk like this. I'm a one of 13, so I have 13 brothers and sisters. I know, Jules, you have a really big family as
I
well.
do too.
Yeah, it's crazy. and I moved out to LA about 3.5 years ago. Yeah, 4 years in September, and to pursue modeling and acting. And so since then, I've been working, which has been really great. I'm currently on Grey's Anatomy, but even better than that, like I've met so many incredible people like yourself and the whole Kinnard team. And I would say in the past year, the biggest, and I'm not just saying this because I'm talking to you, but like in this past year, the biggest like transformative like moments have been with Kinnard and like through the philosophy that we've been learning, and how it's partnered so deeply with my faith. My dad, he's a pastor, and so as I was like raised, I had a very strong, I have a very strong like faith-based background, you know, like. And so it was cool to see how the science and the philosophy of Kinnard didn't take away from my faith, but it actually partnered with and kind of supported and deepened like my relationship with God, which was really, really amazing.
Oh, I love that so much. I love that because actually a lot of people have commented on here like, can you believe in God and still do Kinnard? And we're like, hell yeah, that's like what it's all about, you know? So
yeah, absolutely.
And if you don't, then that's cool too. You know, Kinnard is for everyone, whatever you believe, but it's just to help you connect to yourself. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And so like in faith, you know, it's like rule number one, love God with all your heart. Rule number two, love like yourself. And so in the second rule, it's like you can't love your neighbor unless you know yourself, right? And I had, as a servant, like as someone who was always like self-sacrificing and giving to others and putting myself second, I had left self out so much. And when I came to Kinnard, you guys reminded me that everything I needed was already in here, and by loving me, I can then serve the world like to a much greater capacity. And I was like, what? That's what it means? Okay.
I know. We've heard this saying so many times where you have to put your oxygen mask on first before you can actually assist the person next to you. And it's such a simple, you know, thing, but we forget so often that we have to take care of ourselves first. And if if we have certain practices, whether it's Kinnard or going to church or doing meditation or yoga or writing, whatever it is that helps you connect to yourself, that is going to in turn help you, whether it's serve or connect to the people around you or relate and understand. And so we really take that philosophy to heart. And I love that even before we met each other, you were already like living that, and then for us to connect it, and now we each get to like be our own teachers and guides to help each other within our community, within our Kinnard family, but then also now to go and spread it, which is awesome. So what was your biggest realization during teacher training?
Which day? It was like literally was it 3 weeks or was it like a year?
Seriously, who knows?
Every single day, I was just reading through my journal from training, and every single day I had like these it was like these giant lessons that I feel like in actual therapy it would take months to like work through, and it was like just day one, okay, now day two we're doing this. But I think the biggest thing, it's kind of like I learned this on day two, and it's kind of propelled me through, was having love and having forgiveness and having like acceptance with boundaries. So my belief was that like if you love or you forgive someone for something they've done against you, then they automatically gain access back to your life. And so in my personal stance, my biological mom, she's a drug addict and like a user, and so our relationship has always been like and so I always found a really hard time with like loving the person and giving her space to be a mother in my life, and also like protecting myself from her addiction. And so when I was going through training, she came back into my life and she did something like really bad and so my humanity was like, no, I want to cut you out and do all this stuff. And I was like, but then the child inside of me was like, no, love your mom, she loves you. And so I've always found that
Conflict.
That conflict, thank you. And so in figuring out how to love myself like authentically and truly, not just from a place of telling myself that I love me, but actually waking up in the morning and loving me, I realized that forgiveness wasn't what I was looking for with her. It was the boundary, because I'd already forgiven her. It was going, yes, I love you. Yes, you are my mom. You are me. And I'm going to invest in you, but no, you don't get access, you know? And so for me,
woo, that is a huge lesson. And like boundaries sometimes have felt like, oh, a boundary is to keep someone away or stuff like that. And sometimes we create our own meaning of what boundary means, because it means maybe I don't get access to that love and they don't love me, etc. But that boundary is the most beautiful form and expression of love, because you're actually creating a safety of where you can push the edges and know that you can be free within those bounds and they can be free within those. And boundaries are the most important things. And if you don't even know what your boundaries are, and for a lot of people listening, that's a really good exercise to see, like, because I have a really hard time setting boundaries too, because I'm a pleaser by nature. That's my kind of prototype, you know, and creating boundaries is really difficult, but it's the greatest form of love and act of love that you can give to yourself and to others.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And so that was just one, that was like literally day 2. I'm learning that. And then boom, you got 2.5 more weeks to go.
Yeah, it was a lot. I remember one of the first sessions, it might have been the first day too. We did a lot of like ego shadow work too. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
That was really fun.
Oh, what was so funny about going into that is because like I had always looked at myself as like this joyous, like jovial kind of like human being.
Which
and when
you
we went to
are
ego work,
completely.
when we went to ego work, I was like, oh, I don't have an ego. Like I was like, this will be interesting because like I just don't have one. And for me, like I was so sincere and like blissful about that when I actually came into contact with them, I was like, oh, I was like, I didn't know you were here because like my ego's nose was my nose and his belly button was my belly button. And it's like my entire being had been covered in ego. And I remember y'all taught us something. You said your ego is here for 1 or 2 reasons: to protect you or to suppress you. And I realized that my ego had come to protect me. And so that's why I didn't see him as like this like threat, like because he was my covering. He's what walked through the door before anything else to protect the inner child. And I was like, day 3, here we go. So,
oh, well, I just like, to me, looking at you and feeling you and connecting with you, you are that joyful and just like vital, like your energy is infectious. And I said it, you know, on our little stories, getting people over here, that you're joyful, you're exuberant, and then you feel safe and seen by Devin, but then you'll also like pee your pants because he's so funny and just like making up all these songs. And I mean, if you don't follow him right now, in fact, I think you can tag yourself at the bottom to go to get people to go to you. He has the best stories because they're all these funny memes, especially during this time when you need some levity. So follow him for sure. So if you go down to your comment, yeah, now pin your name. So like hold on your name and it will say pin and it will go down at the bottom. There you go.
Look at you, you're teaching me.
Look at me knowing technology. Whoa. So tell us your elemental constitution.
Okay, so I am earth, fire, water, air.
Okay. Wait, we're the opposite. We're complete opposite.
Are you're air?
Oh no, no, we're
fire?
not. You have, yeah, I'm air fire. So we're a little different. But yeah, that's so good. You have so much earth, but then when you get connected to your air, that like connects you to your like purpose. And like you just connect to that healthy mel and that spirit and that air, that beautiful sun pouring in. When you connect to that, oh my gosh, you are just like magic. And you do. You live your life that way. You feel you very whole and all of your elements and everything. So it's so fun to watch you.
It's been like a blast getting to like see that like when like because I again coming from like a total faith-based background, you know, like I was taught that all of this was kind of like witchy and to be like really like really really cautious going into it. And so as I began to learn like the science and how like again like everything kind of just supports and like complements like everything you learn like in your faith, that when you just broke it down into elements, you know, the most simple form, like we go outside and I was like, before there was written text, what did people have? They had the world around them,
Sure.
you know, and nature, and we're nature by nature, right? And so to go and to know, the second you said I was earth, I felt like I took the test and I was earth, and I felt like I was living in air, like constantly. And I was like, oh, but like how learning how to get into earth is sometimes you just go, you stand in grass, right? You go and you put yourself in the element to experience the element, and that has been so magical. Like even in water, knowing that like water is like my clarity. Like I will go and I will get in the shower, I'll turn off all the lights, and I'm like,
so good. Yeah. I mean, it's
Water
all
going on.
within us, but then it's always around us too, which is so nice.
Yeah, it's so yeah, I'm so excited for the world to experience energy. And like I mean they already are, like the encoded energy, like I mean tuning into every like Chanel and Tina and me having friends that the second they both got done, they were like, my entire body is vibrating. It's like I cannot believe like what's happening. And I'm like, this is it's 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 just real, you know? And that's like when it's real, and it's that simple. Everyone who's listening, all 492 of you, it's that simple. It's just it is, you know? And so it's not scary, it's not complex, it's not.
Well, and that's the thing too, is like you technically were not a dancer, so when you came into audition, you're like, what am I doing? But so tell us a little bit about that, because I know a lot of people are like, oh, this is based in dance, and I'm not a dancer, I'm a little intimidated. So how did you feel when you were going through all of this?
I'm going to stick to the mentality that ignorance is bliss, because I was like even the way I heard about it, it was very like general. It was like, hey, Julianne Hough, she's like doing this thing. Do you want to like apply? And I was like, sure. And even the application was so like about me and not about like dance experience. It was like, what's the biggest dream of your life? Like, what's your spiritual journey like, you know? And so I was like, oh, I can do this. And so going in and the first day being an actual, like, you're learning choreography and you're moving, I was like, oh, wow. And, but what's interesting is, like, as the philosophy and as, like, it's never been about dance. It's always been about the energy surrounding it. So I never was intimidated by the fact that my body was not trained to move like someone who's an elite backup dancer, you know, like Jasmine, for example, who's been on tour with Gwen, you know, and like Justin Bieber. Like I was like, my body cannot compete with that. With Ulato, who is like the king of Jamaica in the world. You know?
These are two of our other guides, by the way, just so you guys know.
Oh, y'all are gonna freak out when y'all meet them. They're amazing. But it's like my body, like in terms of competition and I guess ego, if ego was to show up, could not compete with that. So I was like, the only choice I had was to be authentically Devin. And so when I went in there and I saw that as we moved and as there was no right, there was no wrong, there was no, oh, it's a 5, 6, 7, 8. It was, hey, here's this element, here's this music, here's the like feel the energy around you and breathe into it. And what does your body want to do? Wow, that's so beautiful. You know, wow. Like I can see your body unlocking. I can see like, how does this feel? Oh, you know, and it was like, and as I was learning myself, I started, people literally in my life, because I was teaching Soul Cycle at the time, they were coming up to me and they're like, Devin, you just look so much brighter. Like, did you get taller? Like, and I was like, and they're like, are you lighter? And I was like, I honestly think I might have grown an inch or two. This has not been scientifically proven, but I was like, I'm just standing up, you know? And I was like, I think I'm just, for the first time in a very, very long time, like I'm authentically 100% in love with me. And it's just because I've had a conversation with myself, you know? Like, it's just because I hadn't experienced me before. And just to get to learn and love through movement and breath and like awareness, you know, the imagination. I was like, those three simple things, like it introduced me to myself, you know, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, I love me.
Isn't that the best feeling in the world? And it's so pure the way that you say it, because I feel the same way. It's like, I love who I am. I love me. I love me. And it's like, when you can just feel that and like not judge yourself, like, oh, what are people gonna say that I love myself? You know, it's not that. It's like, I fully love who I am, and I see myself. I see myself. I don't need others to see me now, because I see who I am. Like, that is so magical.
Yeah, and because I remember in training specifically, I kept asking you, because one of my things was in learning the method, it was, okay, artist versus performer, you know? And I had such a hard time conceptualizing that, because that was consistent in my note. It's like, just remember the artist. And I was like, am I not being an artist? And you're like, yes, and the performer is showing up really strong, because that's where, you know, you specifically know, like, we've been conditioned. And so to get to like know that, I remember I locked myself in my bedroom and I was just like, all right, no one is watching, like, let's move. And I remember one day I moved and it felt like, I was like, oh, this isn't for me. Like, I'm moving as like practice so that they can look at me, and I was like, okay, we're starting over. Like, what does your body want to move for you?
Yes.
And I kept doing that and kept doing that. And then I was like, oh, this is what it feels like when it's not for anyone else. Like, this is what it feels like when it's mine. It's sacred to me. And then, like, if people want to look, then that's their prerogative, you know? And that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's like, it's a paradox, because like there's that one saying that's like, dance like no one's watching, right? And that's the truth. Dance like no one's watching, where like you're not performing to try to get their like approval. You're just dancing for you. But then I love the other saying that it's like, dance like everyone is watching, in the sense that if you can connect where like you're not worried about what other people are thinking and you're just dancing for you, but now you know that people are watching, it's your responsibility to be completely authentic and expressed, so that they feel they have permission to also feel free within themselves to move exactly how they want to move. So like, it's this interesting paradox of like, dance like no one's watching, but then dance like everyone is watching, so you can share your gift of freedom, you know?
Yes.
Yeah. I love it. So let's just ask a couple like fun questions, and you guys can start asking some questions too. Like, what is your favorite song right now?
Ooh, okay. Right now, like today, if I was to have to answer, my favorite song in this moment is, okay, I think it's that new Sam Smith Demi Lovato song that came out.
Ooh, I haven't heard it yet. What's it called? Do you know?
It's called Mike sent it to me. It's called Ready to Love.
Ready to Love?
Ready for Love. Ready.
Okay, so Sam Smith, Demi Lovato. Okay, I'm gonna go look at it right after this.
But that's just in this moment right now.
Yeah.
It'll probably change the second we hang up the phone.
And then what are some of your hobbies that you do especially now during quarantine? What are you doing now?
Okay. During quarantine, I spend a lot of time in bed taking naps. Napping at the moment. And eating. I have been eating so much. But my favorite thing when the world opens up, I can't wait. I really love acro yoga, which is like, you know,
Oh yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, I cannot wait to just, I may grab the first person off the street and just throw them up, you know, and like just throw them up in the air. But right now, yeah, I've had a guitar for 2 years. 2 years. I've not touched that guitar for 2 years. Like, I just bought it and was like, new year, new me.
Yeah.
And there was like a new guitar, new space in the corner for it to sit. Like, not once. And so now I'm going to learn how to play this guitar.
Amazing. That's huge. I love that.
Do you play any instruments?
I play guitar a little bit, but not very well. I almost bought a piano the other day because I was like, I want to go play the piano before I buy a piano. But I was like, that's what I really want to learn right now. So, yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was thinking, I was like, because I saw someone said something essentially to the extent of, we're never going to have this time, like a time where,
never.
You know? And I'm like, all right, well, what do I want to learn? And then the guitar literally lit up in the corner. And I was like, and I said, no, what do I want to learn? I'm just kidding. So I was just learning guitar. And I'm also learning Spanish.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Netflix shows in Spanish with subtitles.
Right on.
That's my Spanish lesson.
That's awesome. I love that. That's actually, I heard like listening to music and watching shows is the best way to learn another language. That's awesome. Someone just said, do you speak another language? So we will, Devin will be speaking Spanish very soon. I'm ready. Oh, wait, what is that? I'm ready is the song, is what someone said.
Thank you.
Yeah. Let's see. Any other questions down here?
Wait, what have you been doing to pass the time when you're not working?
Oh my gosh, I've been reading a lot. I've read The Untethered Soul. I've read The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. I'm about to read Untamed. I'm gonna do a little like female book club with some friends. I think Chanel is gonna join it too. By the way, we can have men join in too. But the book's called Untamed by Glennon Doyle, and I'm gonna read that. Let's see. I don't know. I'm also cooking a lot. I just started not really a cleanse because I'm eating during it, but I just started a body reset thing that I started today. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, doing a lot of things that are slowing down and really like going inward and connecting to myself so that I can have like space and time. But then at the same time, we've been really trying to build Kinergy and the digital platform and what we're able to offer you guys. And it's been really fun. I've been dancing a lot too. After I created my little studio downstairs, I've been like just putting music on and dancing, and that's been really liberating, which has been great.
No, that video of you doing the method when Chanel guided it was like, I literally got out of bed and started moving with you. And when you got to the end, like, oh, it was just so.
Well, and you're teaching tomorrow, right?
Yeah, at 11 a.m. Was that? I still haven't learned, because I'm from Texas, I still don't know like which side's which, and so like PST, C.
So 11 a.m. PST is here in LA, and then 2 p.m. Eastern time.
What's that one called?
EST. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah. So 11 a.m. here, 2 p.m. Eastern. Let's see, what else? I'm trying to think. Yeah, so you're teaching at 11 tomorrow. You're going to be doing the method, which is going to be a really different experience because so far you've only been guided by women. So for all of you that have done the method, it's going to feel really different now because Devin is going to be the one guiding, who is coming from the female energy, but just holding the masculine, the healthy male, which is going to be really, really cool to watch.
Yeah, no, yeah.
And to experience.
Yeah. So I love that you said, the journey of like going through the healthy, the female into the healthy male, because that was another, like, as a man, like experiencing energy, which is so beautifully led by the female. like to access the female inside and to know, like one of my greatest understandings was like genetically we are male and female combined to form a human. You know, that's the only way to create a person. And so to realize that we have both energies inside of us, and in order to get to like our healthy masculine as a man, like you have to go through the female. And yeah, and it was like, wow. And in doing so, like there's so much respect and honor and like submission, but in like how you would submit to your mom if she wanted to hug you, you know, like a release, like in doing so. And I felt like the more that I found that in myself, the more it came out in my love and respect and understanding for the actual powerful females that like walk around the world, you know. And I was like, in understanding yourself, it truly unlocks like perspective and like understanding yourself without judgment. Like, because as a man, like my ego could have come out and been like, there's no way I'm gonna go through like the woman inside of me, you know. And I was like, no, that's exactly what I needed to do to be healthy, to be whole, you know, to like. And that's, so I'm excited. So all 485 of you, if or anyone who's come watching later, like grab your husbands, grab like your boy kids, like do all things and bring them, because like it will, like as they get to learn themselves, like it will unlock like their perspective and their respect and kindness and understanding and support and value for not just like themselves, but every single person in the world is going to increase. Like it's just grab them.
Oh, I love your heart so much, Devin. You're amazing. Thank you so much for just sharing your light and your love and your truth. And you were so vulnerable and honest and raw in sharing who you are and your story. And I think that at the end of the day is what allows people to feel safe to also express themselves. And that's one of the biggest things with Kinergy, is that we just want people to feel safe when they can fully express themselves for exactly who they are. And there is no judgment, only acceptance and inclusiveness and celebration. And so by us surrendering and like being raw and vulnerable, we just hope that that translates to you guys as well. And Devin has been just such an example of that, and I'm so grateful for you, and I can't wait to take your class tomorrow. So everybody tune in to Kinergy at 11 a.m. That's Pacific time, so that's 2 p.m. Eastern time, and he's going to guide us and just take us on our own Kinergy journey, and we're going to dance and celebrate and live and love and laugh and whatever we want to do. But this is a
dance like nobody's
Devin.
watching. And like everybody's watching.
Is there anything else you would like to say to everybody listening before we sign off that you just want people to know, or you want to share?
I think the only thing, I'm really excited about tomorrow. I'm super excited. And if I could leave you guys with anything, it would just be to like find a reason to laugh today. Like, even if you have to like make yourself laugh, your body releases the exact same endorphins as it does if you're fake laughing or you're real laughing. So just start laughing, call someone that makes you laugh, or like hit me up and we can laugh together. So just laugh today.
Yeah, I love that. I want to laugh. Let's laugh. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Devin, sharing your light and your love. And everybody, we will see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Tomorrow at 11.
Bye,
Bye,
love.
Jules.
Mwah.
Bye. Bye. Bye.